The NBA Season 9 2021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Action Infinity 22.
We come to you north of the border from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Raptors are Canada's team. Only fitting. Toronto's the fourth largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the six.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Jay, how do you even begin to try and describe the whirlwind that is the Toronto Raptors?
Well, you start with the positive.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Beyond the arc for three. Buries the trifecta.
I don't know how he saw his man out and cut like that, but that was nice.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. 4-3. Now that's a contest. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
To Simmons. Driving right to the basket. And he finishes at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Dragic to Van Vliet. Short jumper stays out.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Dragic with the basketball. 5-point game. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
And the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Fred Van Vliet to Dragic. Here comes the screen. Five to shoot for Toronto. Fred Van Vliet. Short jumper won't fall. Dragic into the front court. Down 5 to Van Vliet. Joel Embiid swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Embiid, good for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Dragic. Joel Embiid, huge block. Stays in bounds. Really good hustle. To Dragic. Fred Van Vliet. Nice pass to set things up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Leads 5. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Dragic to Van Vliet. Dragic off the mark. For 3, his first effort off the mark. Dragic with it. Right now, down 7. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's been lights out so far. 5 for 5.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Screen coming. Has a chance. Shot by Anunoby, no good. Jumper's good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Screen coming. Has a look. Can't connect.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Fred VanVleet. Not that time. To Seth Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Drummond. Shot from the lane won't go. Dragic. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
OG Anunoby at the line for 2 shots. Not the best career mark, 62%. First one, counted. And gets both to drop at the line. Nothing going here on that drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
Gets it in the left corner. Fires the 3. Danny Green can't get down to go. Defense all over him. Fred VanVleet. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Ben McLemore at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. Count the basket inside.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Toronto with the basketball. To VanVleet. probing the defense. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Van Vliet. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Green with a shot that won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Fires the three. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Van Vliet.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
That's how you defend. Fred Van Vliet. Couple of cracks at the line now.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Team foul number 3. First foul on the 12, 2 minutes. For Toronto. Number 23 to the line for 2.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot. Because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Ben McLemore trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Unable to connect on the free throw. To Seth Curry. Here's a chance from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Seth Curry is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Second of 3, no good. It's the Raptors with the basketball. To Hollis Jefferson. Surveys the floor.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. First quarter in the books. The 76ers have the lead. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
The foul line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip.
Get it, shoot it again.
Dragic with the basketball. They trail by 7. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Pascal Siakam blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Dragic. Shot clock winding down. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Count the basket at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Toronto has the basketball. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Here's Simmons with it up top. The lead is 2. That pass taken away by Toronto. To Hollis Jefferson. From the painted area, won't go down. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had it.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Dragic into the front court. They trail by 2. To Hollis Jefferson. Dragic. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Simmons. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Scoring Dragic, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
And they call it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes.
Substitutions, Toronto. Into the game for the 76ers, number 10, Danny Green.
Fred VanVleet. Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Sixers have the basketball. Slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Dragic. Joel Embiid pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Cashes in for 2.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Dragic with it. Down just a couple. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
And count the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Dragic. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Tough make through traffic.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Dragic with the basketball. Trailing by 4. To VanVleet. No, I missed a short one there. Shot from the lane won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Trap into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
To VanVleet. Can't connect from inside. Has a chance. Harris's shot won't go. Dragic into the front court. Down 4. To VanVleet. Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet. Down to 5 on the 24. To VanVleet from long range. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To Tobias Harris. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Simmons with it. Leads just a point. To Danny Green. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for three. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the three.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Joel Embiid sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Count the basket.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Pascal Siakam to Dragic.
I told you the screen was coming. Shot.
Embiid with the board. To Simmons. Has a look. The shot by Simmons won't go down. To Dragic. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
For yourself in the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
into the game for the 76ers. Number 1.
Harris to Embiid. Had a chance, but it's no good. Fred VanVleet. Oh, blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Tobias Harris. 4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Dragic with it. Down 2. Shot by Anunoby, no good. To Tobias Harris for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Cleans it up. Mike Scott snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
That's no good. Dragic with the basketball. 5-point game. Fred VanVleet to Dragic. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. The jumper's off the mark. Simmons. To Tobias Harris. It was right there. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Dragic to VanVleet. Mike Scott tips it. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 15. And number 43.
Dragic. The shot, almost. The follow won't go either. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Fires the three. That misses with 3 seconds left. That's it for the first half. It's the Sixers out in front.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Raptors are still very much in this matchup. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Simmons put together a highlight reel of dunks in the first half. At this point, the defense is trying to avoid showing up in any posters.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
And, Ed, that's what you see this defense doing. They're capitalizing on the momentum gain from getting a multitude of stops defensively.
Wide open look won't go. To Simmons. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Dragic over to the right side. scores from the post.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
And this will be out of bounds, off of Embiid. Pascal Siakam.
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Simmons into the front court. His team up by 7. To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. He gets it.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished 3rd in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's the story. That's the narrative we need to focus on.
Goran Dragic with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Dragic. Won't go down. Trying to cash in. Won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
The assist from number 23.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And too much contact.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 52, Ben McLemore. Subbing in for the 76ers, number
Dragic.
Curry.
Pascal Siakam to Dragic. Not today.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Dragic into the front court. The deficit is 6. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Seth Curry finishing inside the paint on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Fred VanVleet to Hollis Jefferson. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Simmons. Lets it fly from long range. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Siakam trying to cash in on a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Rondé Hollis Jefferson able to recover with the block. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Toronto Raptors, number 52, Ben McLemore.
Simmons gets it in the left corner. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Off the assist.
2 points. The assist from number 3.
From long range. Well defended. Fred VanVleet. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Fred VanVleet. Short jumper off the mark. Harris. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To VanVleet. Joel Embiid.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. On the shot clock. Has a chance. Can't connect. 4-3. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Pascal Siakam to VanVleet. for three. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Team foul number 4, Philadelphia 76ers are at the limit. Into the game for Philadelphia, number 31, Curry.
To VanVleet. Has a look. Almost, but no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle and not landing.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
It goes down.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Hollis Jefferson. Another chance. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Seth Curry. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Toronto with the basketball. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Andre Drummond. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
A shot, no good by Green.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
Joel Embiid rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Embiid. Fires the three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Second to three. Got it. Perfect from the line. It's all three of them. To VanVleet. Sixers able to clear the rebound. To Seth Curry. Fires the three. Yes.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
To VanVleet. Lays it up and in.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Down to 5 on the 24. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time. Joel Embiid pins it. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Toronto Raptors, number 4.
Fred VanVleet. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Sixers control it. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Can't connect on the first free throw. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. The feed stolen away. To Dragic. Anthony Tolliver with a piece. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer.
Game 3-4 Brooklyn Nets 1-2-4 Los Angeles Clippers 1-0-8 final.
Not done yet. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Smothering D. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Dragic. Not that time. To Seth Curry. Lets it fly from long range. That no good. Off the mark. The follow won't go either. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 2 for
First one, count it.
the 76ers, number 33, Tobias Harris. And number 25, Ben Simmons.
Game
2 for
3-4
2.
Dallas Mavericks 1-3-2 Portland Trail Blazers 1-1-7 final.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Harris to Simmons. Short jumper misses.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more.
And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Game 3-4 Memphis Grizzlies 1-1-4 Phoenix Suns 1-1-3 final.
To Simmons. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
The big fella, Andre Drummond. Consistent effort. He's at 50%. Toronto has the basketball. To Dragic. The pass set it all up.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Tobias Harris. From long range. Slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Dragic with it. The deficit now up to 5. Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken down by Harris. Slam dunk.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Dragic with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Hollis Jefferson. Great feed. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Sixers have the basketball. Take stock of the floor.
Game 3-4 Chicago Bulls 1-3-0 Atlanta Hawks 1-1-8
But I want
final.
to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Andre Drummond at the line.
Game 3-4 Boston Celtics 1-0-3 Minnesota Timberwolves 1-0-8 final.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Dragic into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Simmons. Short jumper stays out. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
Game 3-4 Houston Rockets 9-9 Charlotte Hornets 1-2-3 final. Game 3-4 Utah Jazz 1-1-0 San Antonio Spurs 1-0-4 final.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 21, Joel Embiid. Into the game for the Toronto Raptors. Number 23,
Simmons. 4-3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Dragic. That is great vision to set it up. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Tobias Harris. Has a chance. A shot no good by Harris. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Jumper's good.
Ed, that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Through three, shakes free, and hits.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were. Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Time to shuffle things up. Fred VanVleet. Wide open look, won't go. Simmons with it. Lead stands at 7. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nice pass to get things going.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Fred VanVleet to Dragic. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Dragic. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you need execution in a chess match. And the best execution, I just saw the star player talk to one of the young fellas. You take those young fellas over to the side. You coach them through some of these big-time moments that happen in the fourth quarter. That's how you get your team ready for the playoffs and hopefully a chance to win a championship.
To VanVleet. Goes to the left side. Layup goes down. Well done.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Harris. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Fred VanVleet. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Sixers control. To Simmons. Whoa! What a finish!
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Dragic with it. The margin standing now at 7. Fred VanVleet to Dragic. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Tobias Harris. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Sixers have it. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Time for some new personnel into the game. Pascal Siakam, now a steal by Philly.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Dragic to Van Vliet. To Dragic. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys down 11. Off the mark. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Dragic into the front court. Down 11. Got it.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Dragic. Probing the defense. Fred Van Vliet to Dragic. Andre Drummond snatching it out of the air. That's a 24-second violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
76ers, number 15.
Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Ben Simmons tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Embiid. Fires the three, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Toronto with the basketball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And stuffs it home.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers got the win in a close game. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals. And it all came together for a terrific win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Raptors must be devastated after such a close loss. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course. But even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.